How's it going, everybody? My name is Sai, and today we are closing out our deep dive on Hungry Lights with the fourth and currently final album, Mudoo Ra. I've been kind of warned firsthand that this is more of a build-up to the fifth album that is yet to be announced or released. I don't know how to take that information whatsoever. I'm hoping it's good. The last album was absolutely outstanding. And I honestly, all of his albums so far have been at least great. So it's looking pretty good for this. Last we left our character off, he had a pretty positive moment for himself, at least. He laid waste to his captors. He finally found the victory in battle that he'd been craving all of his life. And he's out to forge a new path. We're going to see what that new path is. And how bad having character flaws with no way of tempering them down can be for a character. Hint, probably bad. Either way, let me pull up these lyrics on Genius really quick, because lyrics are super important with this band, partially because sometimes I just honestly can't understand what he's saying. And yeah, really, you got all but the... there we are. Mudoo Ra. Released April 1st, 2019. A 2-year gap between the two albums. I'm very interested to see how this works. But first, we have probably a very unimportant lyric set here, because there's none. We're starting off with another Aphotic Currents, and let's get it the fuck on. Boom. He released it first as an April Fool's joke with no instruments. That's pretty funny, actually. Like, here's my new album. Good luck deciphering the story on this one, you suckers. Harpsichord. I love me some harpsichord. Alright. We're looking good so far. Sounds a little bit more synthetic than the last one, if I'm being honest here, but minor quibble. It's premature. It's not quite over yet. I cannot nail down the beat, though. Not to save my life. It's definitely getting the job done, but I really prefer the third one. I feel like there's just more character to it. This one does not have so much character as it so much seems like actual proper background noise. Good. Glad to hear it, man. Just in time for the proper start, too. With the first song, Pit Rat. Or not. I thought we were there, but I guess we were just gonna have one trumpet first. This is a song that started it all, you know? They said, check out Pit Rap. The voice is really weird here. Okay. What is this shit? What the fuck? This is weird by Hungry Light standards, even. The cleans almost sound wilted a bit, like he's weak. Not those highs though. Eesh. Oh yeah, he sounds way weak actually. He's like wheezing and coughing too. He got the COVID. What? This is an interesting little riff. Shit. There's the Jamaican stuff going on again. Good stage setting, because I think we're back to not so clear lyricism here. I like some of the background elements they have going on. The very subtle string swell in the back and a couple keys of a piano being played. Or it's actually more, but it's being drowned out by a lot of the other music. Yeah, it's back. Stupid Spooty. Okay, now we're back to Eye of the Sword riffs. Okay. The first song was really strange, and I don't know how to feel about it. I already like this a lot more than Pit Rat, so... And we're off to a much better start here. Ooh, the bass. Ooh, the bass. Oh yeah, that technical fucking bass. Hell yes. Piano work is I'm really digging the increased use of piano work and stuff. Spooky boy. Feels like every time he does a new album, his vocals get refined just a bit more. This is a very explosive intro here. I feel like this could have been the first song, if we're being honest. This is a huge send-off. Yeah. It's just as up in the air for me as it is for you guys. They really, like, even for this band, which is already an incredibly medieval sounding band. They're really cranking up the medieval elements here. It's a good riff here. I really do like these slowed down parts. He puts his voice to a little bit more work. Almost like a blues rock here. What the hell? Jake, I'm gonna say this feels more like the first album than I was expecting. So far. Okay. Slowed down guitar bits.
The dust brings poison and shimmer. That's why I have come. That's why I sit on the stone. Years changing anymore.
I thought they were already on the island. It sounds like he's like exploring a new land here. It's interesting. Subtly adding a couple more acoustic instruments in there. Bring it up a bit. Bring up that energy a bit. Unexpected. What? What the fuck just happened? That was fucking... That was a bit lit. That got lit out of nowhere. That's a highlight. Okay. I'm loving that mix. It has a lot of the writing tendencies of like the first album, but it's using the experimentation and diverse sounds that he's developed since then. It's making for a really interesting combination. The sound of that drum is outstanding. Just the way it's isolated like that. A fade out's a little bit of a weak way to carry that out, but it's fine. He's fine. Hydra. Oh yeah, that was a standout, by the way. Dusk Bug saved. Those weird reverb, echoey vocals there, not lyrics. Brain, I can't even talk. So I feel like we've skipped over like a fight because he's beheading a Hydra before I've even been introduced to a Hydra. But he's killing it now because that's the shit he do. Oh wait, he's chopping its head off. You're a fucking idiot. They're gonna die. Damn it, Prill. Prill didn't watch Hercules. That's a filthy bass, man. More filthy bass. Yeah. Clearly, we're like halfway through the album and it feels like it's barely started. Very much taking it slower on this album too. There's a lot of these just stripped down acoustic bits. Ah, the way the screams are layered right there. That's menacing as fuck. I'm actually kind of mixed on this so far, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Another slow brooding track, from what I can tell. Oh boy. So lyrically it sounds like his people are turning on him after he fucked up the Hydra thing. And he don't give a shit. He's like, you guys are nothing. I don't care. The album has a more predictable flow so far, though. Like, it took me off guard a couple songs ago, but now it's just like, it's very predictable up and down motion. I wish I could pinpoint what's putting me off about it, though. It's hard for me to pinpoint exactly. So far, like, I only have like one major standout on the album, and we're nearing that point. They have a lot of different sounds that he's experimenting with here, and they're all good. But I just feel like cohesion-wise, like as a full experience, it's not there. I think that's it, honestly. I think I listened to the third album yesterday, and I am struggling now. I'm gonna come back up again in a second here. So is he being betrayed by somebody specific or just the whole crew? Gotcha. Ooh, that's fucked up. I'm loving the flurry. There's just absolute smattering of acoustic instruments here. Yeah, I'm assuming this witch is the thorns that he's digging through now. It's like a wall or something, like a fence. It explains the song name. Red Thumb. He's tearing out flowers. It's like a play on Green Thumb. It's witty. It's still. I think this part is the standout here, where like the acoustic influences come in. It's almost like an Arabian sound too, like. But it's about to pitter out. Jesus. Okay. I love the clean instrumentation, dude. So good. Mix it in with that guitar. Let's go. Wow, the last three songs are long as shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely vibing with this instrumental section here. Okay, here we go. We got a potential standout. You keep this up for 8 minutes, I would love you. I don't think you can, though. I don't think you're going to. This album's been way too up and down. Ooh, the drums, though. Yeah, you know, I think this has earned a standout position already. Especially compared to what we're dealing with right now. This is a really well thought out song. There's all sorts of really cool elements here. Oh, that guitar. The clean guitar, the bass. It's so good. Oh yeah. Come on, that's it. Pick me up off my feet. Let's go. So we got the same like mixes. Like you got the softer bits and you've got the heavier bits in this song. But I feel like the journey to get to them is more cohesive and interesting here than we've seen on the album so far. This is a much better balanced song. It's actually gonna relate to a lot of this music, not just this album too. I could see that. Reclipse, let's go. If you're not going in it for the story, a lot of these songs don't hold up without that, actually. And that it'd be hard to like put this in a playlist of like shuffle. You know, it's not a song that would come up on the radio and I would leave on. But let's hear out the rest of the album first. You see, I always look at I look at concept albums from a perspective that might bring a different look at this for you. We'll see. I knew this was gonna be a heavier track. I could smell it in the air, you know? See, this is a perfect example. This is a song that is gonna get hard. Like, this is a song that I can listen to anytime, anywhere, and enjoy it. Yeah, I can see that they're betraying him right now. He's pissed. Just drop with the orchestra instruments, man. Yes. The answer is yes. The bass work is such a huge standout. Mining. They're mining in the mineral. Probably from the soil. That's probably why they're here. That's the treasure. Haven't heard that pickaxe. Gave it away. He's killing them all, I'm assuming. Just to see you're tumbling under 6 feet of dirt. That's a real reward. So he's probably kills his whole crew here. Busted a couple skulls. Yeah. This is as brutal as it gets. Holy shit. That is as brutal as he gets in these albums. Oh, now he's killing them all. And like fucking executing them. That's brutal. This is probably the most vivid song on the album. It's very strongly worded and obviously written. Foreboding. Foreshadowing. Again, explosive outro. So far, I will say that this album, or not this album, these last 3 songs have kind of improved on what I was complaining about earlier. But we're gonna get into the real meat of it after the album's over. I'm liking these mellowed out guitar and bass parts though. That's for sure. Solo's killing it. So Mudoo Ra is probably my least favorite of the 4 albums, but it's not like bad. Okay, it's my least favorite, as in I will listen to it the least. I will absolutely listen to most of these songs the least, but I don't find it to be bad music. I just find it to be good music that I'm glad I've heard, but I wouldn't listen to on my own time, or when I'm working and whatnot. I made a point in the middle of this about replay value. There's almost none in this, and when I say replay value, I mean, are you listening to the music for the story, or are you enjoying the story with the music? The third album struck the balance the best. It had the least amount of songs that were just story reliant, I should say. Story driven is good. I like story driven. Concept albums are great. Coheed and Cambria does this excellently, where they have all these super catchy songs, and then if you read into it, they're telling a story. But if you didn't even know it had a story, it wouldn't hurt the albums at all, because all the songs are standalone, really catchy. Nothing's really reliant on telling the story. Here, I feel like we regressed. The first album was, for the most part, very reliant on telling its story. Then the second album had more unique twists and turns. But by the end of it, it was still very reliant. The third album is great because it told its story very vividly and strongly, but it didn't dedicate too much time to just simpering on the story. It had a whole lot of elements that stood on its own and made it a great prog metal album standalone. Here, I think we're actually on our worst scale of it. Almost this entire album is very story reliant, which for me is not an amazing trait. Now, some people will love that. That's great. Awesome. I'm glad I heard it. The story is still cool. The twists and turns are still quite shocking. Like I said, I'm pretty sure our main character just wasted an entire crew of people. Like execution style, like not even like nicely, like just brutally executed them all. However, if you take all that away, a lot of these songs don't hold up. That being said, there are a few. The end of the album executed that balance a lot better, where I felt like there was a lot more meat. And yeah, my standouts for this album, I actually felt they were the only songs on the album that executed that balance of story-driven to standout melodies or great standalone songs. They didn't feel like bridges. A lot of this album does indeed feel like a bridge, doesn't stand on its own very well. That's just my opinion. A lot of people are going to disagree with that, especially prog heads, I know, are going to disagree with that, but it's just my take on it all. This is definitely my least favorite album by them. I'm going to give that a 7.6. That's a B- in my book. I'm going to figure out a proper scale for it at some point, but right now that's where I stand. This is the only Hungry Lights album that is below an A for me, and I kind of think my perspective might change if the fifth album releases and it's kind of a culmination of all these aspects, because then the fourth album is really solidified as a bridge. But unfortunately, I'm doing this as a standalone piece, and that's my take. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in chat. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. Either way, thank you for watching, and let me stop this recording.